Come on. Hi, Cheryl. How are you doing? My phone. There he is. Oh, I don't think I want to hear myself. So, okay. Hello, hello. This is Jeanette with my segment of Craft Around the Clock. Hmm. I don't know what my phone's doing. There we go. Maybe. Oh, okay. So it's going. That's all. If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling me out, I'd appreciate it because my phone wasn't cooperating. So if you are watching me on your phone, I am on a webcam. You might like watching me on your side. Flip your phone sideways. And welcome. Let me know where you're from and if you're a first time viewer. So today we're going to make some another woodcraft to go along with my little kitty cat. Oops, back there. There. It's hard to point backwards. So all I have is some. It's actually the other end of when he cut out my kitty cats back there. So we're gonna make some crows, and I'm going to um, crackle the big one. So let's get to painting because we all know how paint likes to dry very slow. So come on in. Let me know where you're from. Nope, I don't see comments yet. I hope that's not a bad sign. I see Cheryl. So we're going to start. We're going to paint this one white and the other two black because I want to crackle this one. So I'm going to. Hopefully the comments will start coming in. I cannot see them. So if you guys are commenting and what is this showing on my phone? We were having a little bit of hiccups a while ago setting up. Okay, so there's no other. Come on in, everybody. Let me know you're here. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. So don't be shy. Give me some comments. But we're going to paint this one white so it can start drying. Um, because I want to crackle it. But it needs to be black instead of painting it black first. We're going to paint it white and then crackle it. I hope I'm not having any issues with comments. Or I have a lot of silent watchers. Don't be shy. I know I like to put people's lives on and then like do dishes or do house chores. Then I kind of peek in on what they're doing. I see a Lynn Hayward is watching. I will feel bad if I can't see comments because I'm a little gabber too. But this is just a regular construction 2x4. I don't let my husband throw away too many pieces because I'm like, hey, I could use that. Hello, Lynn. There's somebody. Don't be shy, everybody. Come on in. Let me know that you're here, where you're from. We're just going to paint this one white and leave it off to the side. to dry. Probably will have to give it a little bit of help. I am using chalk paint. This one's folk art. Okay, so we're just going to leave that one off. Oh, forgot my bottom. Always forget my bottom. You're in Michigan. I'm Ohio. I used to live in Michigan many, many years ago, about 30. My son was born up there in Oscoda. So we're going to switch our glove. I'm really bad about painting and not having gloves on, and then I get the white paint on the black and the black on the white. So I'm from Ohio. I'm about probably 4. Hi, Miss Tracy. How are you doing? I was beginning to wonder if I was having issues with my comments, but I see you guys there. All right, so now we're going to grab our black. Franken was, I remember going through that. So we're going to paint these two black. They're just a little bit, I wanted them, he cut them for me, different lengths. These are going to turn into little crows. So I made kitty cats. I think I made that in. So we made little kitty cats, and these are the pointed from the other end. You know, waste not, want not. If it's a little scrap of wood, I'm keeping it. My husband says, no, throw it away. And I'm like, no, I can make a block out of it. Hi, Shauna. You'll be in my neck of the woods this weekend? Going to Marengo, Ohio for a national shooting competition again. I haven't shot for, oh gosh, pre-COVID. Thanks, Lynn. I'm not sure where that's at. Floyd probably knows. He's really tired tonight, so he's resting. This heat, I tell you, I pity. I feel so sorry for anybody that's got to work out in this heat. I mean, it gets hot in our store, but nothing like working outside. Then you go in our break room and it's like freezing, which it feels good for a minute, but it's not good to shock the body. Oh, near Columbus? Yeah, I'm about an hour and a half from Columbus. That's cool. Yeah, I've got my you know what's out to go target practicing for quite a while. I don't know if I say that, I'll get like dinged on Facebook or something. So we're just going to set this to the side. I know it's got my fingerprints and all that on it, but it'll be okay. Because my goal was not to do that, but I did anyway. I see a Kimberly watching. If you guys didn't watch last weekend, you have a youth. Oh, cool. I know a lot of people are scared of you know what. Hi, Kimberly. Where are you from? Of letting kids, bang, but because I don't know if Facebook will ding me for saying the GUN word. Facebook's so weird. But I was brought up around them, and I know some people don't like them. And that's quite all right. But if done properly, upstate New York. Oh, I'm sure they will. I know. I'm always getting in trouble. I haven't been to Facebook jail for over a year, though. Karen, hello. You're from Michigan? So I am making some crows. As I was showing everybody, this is the other end of my little kitty cats I made. I made 3 of them. And so now we're going to make some crows to go with those. I know they will ding me, Elizabeth. One night my husband was actually doing the live, and I said I was going to kick his you know what because he got my ribbon. And it put me in Facebook jail for 30 days. I was like, what? And then I said it again, saying I was telling the story, and I said it again, and then I got in trouble. But thank you. If you guys are new to the page, welcome. My name is Jeanette, and I'm with Backroom Creations, where I started as a wreath maker, and there's not a whole lot I don't do. I know, Shauna, isn't that the truth? Okay. So I didn't want to do this white one. I'll just have to get a piece of wax paper over here. Oh yes, Karen, they can be quite picky. Sometimes I've seen people, they don't know what they did wrong. And like I haven't like got into the monetization of reels and all that. But I know they can be very picky on that. Get me a couple pieces of tape to keep this down. So I have to put a covering on my mat. Isn't that funny? I use little cookie sheets from the Dollar Tree with some wax paper on it. I should have just brought that over here, and that would have made up. So we're just going to give this a little brush over since it was drying on its bottom. We're going to crackle this one. I want to see what one looks like crackled. I like to paint. I'm a messy painter. And I wouldn't, my style is more eclectic. I like some primitive, I like whimsical, I like traditional. I can grunge it up, I can glitter it. I do like glitter. I know primitive and glitter just don't go together, but I do like primitive, but I like glitter too. So my house is full of antiques. My mom used to be an antique store owner. She retired, and there's still stuff in her shop that every time I go home, I pilfer through a little bit of it. I asked her for some books to paint. I asked her for some books. I said, "Is there some books that are like all the same size?" Because I know she used to have like every Reader's Digest there was. She's like, "Yeah, but what are you gonna do with them?" And I said, "Well, I'm gonna paint them." And she said, "Well, there's some books up there you cannot have to paint, like 1800s books." I said, "No, I wouldn't paint those." In Reader's Digest, I might. I like to paint books and make stacks out of them. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? That's pretty dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to crackle this one with some glue. Did you guys see Beth from Rekindle Blessing where she had some boards where she did half and half of all the different glues and crackle mediums? That was really neat. I don't know if this is plugged up or what. Might be. Hi, Terry. Yes, that was great, wasn't it? Well, we're just going to do this old-fashioned way. Looks like my little nozzle is plugged up. I used to make the mistake of drying my glue too much. So I know when you use glue, you don't want to dry it a lot. I think you just get it to where like there's a little film on it. So I'm just going to crackle the top, the front sides, and the little peak. Not worried about the back. I need a little bit more glue. My problem is I like to do a lot of different things. So, like Miss Tracy, she's all about primitive, and that's great. I do like some of it. I got a couple cutouts that I'm going to do of these little cute primitive snowmen. Oh my gosh, they're darling. Me and my husband will be fighting over who's going to get the jigsaw first. I think that's going to be enough. I'm off Friday and he has to work, so I call dibs. I know, wasn't it? I was really shocked at a couple of them because she can crackle like no other. Where I don't crackle, I don't think enough to be consistent. I did get, but it's rather expensive and glue's a lot cheaper. Especially, I think the glue really does just as good, if not better, job than some of the really expensive crackle mediums. There's one that I'm itching to try. It's more of it's pen art crackle. It's got an A and a B or a 1 and a 2. I want to get those because you can do them like over pictures and whatnot, and it makes it look like really, really old. I remember doing that in Girl Scouts when I was little. I don't know why I remember that, but still tacky. So it's too early to put it on. It's too early. We'll deal with it. So I know you're not supposed to like drag it around. So we're gonna do the top. And I love these little Dollar Tree cookie sheets because if you ruin them, it's not a big deal. I like them because I can move things around. I don't get to go live as much as a lot of other people. I do work. Sometimes I'm working some afternoon shifts that I don't like, but got to pay those bills. Okay, that's good. Buy me some more black. No, Joanne, I'm doing it the other way. I want white behind it. I know, I'm weird, but these are going to be little crows, so I can't have a white crow. So we're going to kind of do it reverse. And nobody says you have to put the black down first. Oh, it's crackling. Yeah, so my crows are black with a little bit of white. Well, this one. I'm not doing crackle on the 2 other ones. I think I'm just going to do it on the big one. Well, I know I am because I already painted them black. Well, it's working. It'll just be different. I'm all about different. I don't get too much on the trend wagons per se. I mean, if I like something, I'll try it because I like it, not because everybody else is doing it. Thank you. It looks like barn crackling. Neat. Do the sides. And I'm just happy that it crackles at all because, like I said, I don't crackle a whole lot. So is everybody liking the July or the Christmas in July crafts? I watched as much of the event between that was co-hosted by Craft Around the Clock and the Chuck Red Circle. Those were neat. I missed the whole corner down there. It's weird how it just crackled like in streaks. That's okay. So we're going to put this off to the side here and let it finish drying. The sides are doing a little bit. Okay. It was Elizabeth. So here's my crackle. It's mostly like in straight lines, which is fine. I got a little bit of a sideways there, but isn't that neat? It kind of looks like a barn siding. Okay. See how easy it is? Things that you've painted. This is still a little wet. Hi, Nancy. I seen you. My mouth is really dry. Excuse me. I love events like that. I try to watch as many as I can. Then, of course, the replays are there. And that's the best thing that you guys can do for the creators that just like me and everybody else is if you can't watch us, that's okay, Miss Tracy. Thank you for stopping in and sharing me out. Oh, that's a bad word. It streaks the way you paint it on the glue. Well, I was always told just to put it in one direction. I'll try it another way next time. I just need to practice. We got some wood. I'll just practice. I just need to finish drying these off a little bit. These will be flat because they are, it's with chalk paint. But yes, I got a lot of different ideas because like I said, there's a piece of glitter. I haven't had glitter out forever. Once you get glitter out, it's in your house forever. But I like to do so many different things. That's my problem. I have too much stuff in the house. He gets mad because I save cans and containers and ice cream buckets. Okay, so let's pick this side. Pick this side. Get down in my little knot hole there. It needs to finish drying. You want to try squiggle lines once just to see if it will work? Well, go for it, girl. I wonder if we took like a tool, like, you know, in cake decorating, the little zigzag lines. I wonder what would happen if we do that with our glue. That would be neat. Okay. So now we're going to give them a face. Now, I am no artist. If I could paint half, a quarter, as good as some of our girls on here, I would be like in seventh heaven. But I don't. So we'll just make it look like a third grader did it. I'm practicing though. So we're going to give us some yellow and some orange. And we'll need white and black. Okay. So let's try So we're going to draw some eyes. I do good at paint by numbers, but when it's freelancing, not so much, but we're going to go for it because what's the worst going to happen? I'll sand it off and then I'll make a stencil or something. Yeah, you try that squiggle. I want to see it. Probably something I could get my granddaughter to do. My granddaughter, she's 15. She can paint. Don't laugh if I stick my tongue out. That's just family trait. My daughter does it. My sister did it. I'd be happy if I could paint flowers. Look kind of same shape. Not too bad. I think this one's fatter, or the other one's fatter. There's my other problem. I always try to fix it and then I make it worse. I need to get one of those little quiet ones like everybody's got. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. My son's probably over in his room going, I wish he'd stop talking. I gave him earplugs tonight. He gets up early in the morning and he's in between houses. So he's here for a little bit. And so I gave him some earplugs. He's like, do you have any lives tonight? I'm like, yep. Actually, I have 2. After this, I'll be doing my private group. Okay. Not too bad for eyeballs, right? I'm going to do the crackle one next because I want to see what the face looks on that. I might not get all 3 of the faces done tonight. But like I say, if you want to paint, paint. You moved you out into Missouri. You moved me into Missouri. I'm not in Missouri. So now I'm going to make the eyeball. What do you mean moving me out into Missouri? I hate moving, especially when you have a 3-story house. It's funny how when your kids move, all their stuff doesn't go with them. Of course, I've got some toys that of the kids' I won't get rid of. Give the grandkids some of them, but I really need to practice. Thank you, Carol. Oh, I gotcha. That was a dumb moment. You put me out into Missouri. Thank you. So see if we can just do a little dot without drying it. There we go. Okay. So now is the really, really tough part. The beak. All right. Don't laugh. Actually, I don't care if you laugh. I have broad shoulders. So my family's from the South, but I'm in Ohio and I was born and raised in Illinois, lived in Michigan for a while. And they all don't know up here what bless your heart means. And it's not nice. I had an 89-year-old man come in the store just irate, yelling at me why there was 2 holes on his door. If you don't know, I work at Lowe's. I sell doors and windows. And he was irate because he had 2 holes in his front door. I'm like, well, sir, one's for your handle, one's for your deadbolt. That's my kitchen door. He sold me, the guy I work with. He's like, he sold me a kitchen door, and I'm like, sir, it's not a kitchen door. It could be a front door. I could not get him to understand that doors come with 2 holes in them. That's not too. The wonderful thing about painting is I have Posca markers, and if you outline them, it makes your painting so much better. We will have to put a couple coats on the yellow, and we're going to put some orange in there. When you outline your little accents that you paint, thank you, Cynthia. In marker, it makes it look so much better. Like you actually knew what you were doing. This poor guy, this poor me today, he was really hot today. He was just going on and on and on about the 2 holes. And I'm like, listen, so he didn't want the 2 holes. He didn't want to bring the door back because we had it delivered. So I got in those little covers that you put over the holes in your door. And then but he brought it up again. Now his door won't shut. I'm like, listen, did you level it? Did you put the level on it? Did you put the shims in it? I don't need to put it. My wall's straight. And I'm like, you told me yesterday you live in an old house. I said, I know I live in a 1910 house and there ain't nothing level, straight, or plumb. So I know yours ain't either. He just. I hope I'm not that mean when I'm 89. If I live that long. Okay. So we got our yellow. And while that's wet, I'm not going to dry it this time. While that's wet, I said, just do me a favor and you go home and you put that level on that door. Then he told me he goes, if I want to return it, you're coming and getting it. And I'm like, no, no, I'm not. Okay, so I just painted over all my yellow, and I didn't really want to do that, but you know, it is what it is. Hi, Karen. I will go watch Jennifer's. I love everything she does. But and then this is all that goes on it is the beak and the eyeballs. It's just real simple. There's a running joke. Hey, Deb. Be so creative. Hello. I don't remember your first name. I'm sorry. Deb, we're doing crows. We're making some crows. This was not the right paintbrush for that. Thank you. Just trying to put a little bit of shadow on it. Is it Camary? I remember your name now. I remember seeing your name. If I butchered it, I apologize. Hi, Kathy. How are you? So after this completely dries, I'll take my Posca marker and I'll outline it, and that will crisp up those lines. But basically, this is the other half of my crow. Was my kitty cat my husband cut out for me. So now we crackled one. Remember the crackle one? Hi, Sherry. So instead of black on the bottom and white on the top, opposite. Thank you, Deb. So we're going to see how this will look. So they're all three different heights. Sherry loves some good crackle. Well, I'm not very good at crackle, but we use school glue. I use glue all. We were talking about how Beth from Rekindle Blessings did her little crackle test, which I loved. Don't laugh if I stick my tongue out. Hi, Rhonda and Deb Hendricks. Thank you for coming. So I've been gone. I was gone for a little while, and this month I just came back. I had gotten hurt. There's always something on me hurting. Deb from Art and Grace. I got me one of those ice pack things that wraps around you. I was wearing it at work today. I loved it. Me and Deb share back pain. Never get my eyeballs to match. Not that they don't have to, but you know. Thank you, Deb. I know. I love it. My feet still hurt. Hey, Becky. But hopefully after my injection, that will stop. I did the same thing on this one. I didn't make it as rounded. We'll do the second coat. So I'll try and get this one done real quick. We've got about 6 minutes. This is the first one I did. The Pro. Oh, my eyeballs are cracking. Because I crackled it. My eyeballs are cracking. I never thought about it doing that. Cheryl's still here. Best thing you can do for us is give us a follow and some hearts and sprinkle us out. I know those are really not the same shape. But I will say it over and over again. It'll be all right. Thank you for the stars, Deb. Thank you for the stars. Thank you, Kathy. I was trying to get them the same shape. I can never do that. But practice, practice. That's what my husband said. I said, I'm too old to learn to paint. He says, no, just keep practicing. I've been trying to do like flowers. I started with a sunflower. Wonky is cute. Yeah, it can be. Okay, I didn't try those too much, but it should be okay for me just to hopefully get those eyeballs in there. Like I said, when it completely dries, that's the worst thing you can do to a Posca marker is if you try to put it on paint that's not dry. Oh, thank you, Deb. Deb can paint upside down. Some days it's a little harder than others. My hands start shaking. Hi, Darlia. We're doing little crows. Yep, you can see that one. To match our kitty cats. I did kitty cats a couple weeks ago. 2x4 and some paint. Well, the kitty cats, I actually have these little eyeballs that I bought at Walmart in the little button aisle. Thank you. Oh, we're getting there. I'm not going to sure if I'll get the beak done. Beak, beak, beak. Thank you. Okay. And I'll probably work on that beak because it turned a little bit more orange than I wanted. And these will take a couple coats. It's hard to talk and paint. Thank you. See, Kamari. I can picture your name. Kamari. Is that it? Can I call you Kim? I won't if you don't like that. I know growing up, a lot of people would call me Jennifer, Janet, because my name's Jeanette, but it's Jean. So everybody's like, well, what's the E in there for? Kim? Oh, Kim Marie. Well, I can get that one. Thank you. So we got 1 minute left, so I'm going to work on this one. And I'll have to finish up the third one. But here is switch the camera over. So here's our crow. And I'll work on his beak. Thank you, Deb. And after it dries, when you put the Posca marker on there, because I can draw better than I can paint. Thank you, Karen. They go with the little kitty cats, because this was the other end of the wood. So, no waste. Thank you, Sherry. If you wanted to, you could even put some, I had some thread and beads out. I'll probably put on there. I'll get them all done, and then I'll post a picture in the group. But thank you guys so much for coming and visiting me. I should be on every week now. And can't promise another one, though. Work, work, work. In the summertime, it's hot. So go and I don't know who the next creator is, but go back to Craft from the Clock and see who they are. And make sure you give them some love. Good to see you too, Darlia. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.